Have you ever wished you could effortlessly connect with people, make a lasting impression, and get others to see your point of view? It sounds like a superpower, right? Well, what if I told you that a book written almost a century ago holds all the secrets? Today, we're diving deep into Dale Carnegie's timeless classic, How to Win Friends and Influence People. This isn't just some old self-help book, it's a masterclass in human relations that is more relevant today than ever before. We're going to unpack 5 life-changing lessons from this book that will transform how you interact with everyone around you, from your boss to your family. So, if you're ready to unlock your social potential and become more influential, stick around. Let us kick things off with lesson number 1. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. Now, this sounds counterintuitive, right? We're taught to stand our ground and fight for what we believe in, but Carnegie argues that 9 times out of 10, an argument ends with both parties more convinced than ever that they are absolutely right. You can't win an argument. If you lose it, you lose it, and if you win it, you still lose it. Why? Because even if you prove someone wrong, you've hurt their pride and made them feel inferior. You might have won the point, but you've lost their goodwill. Think about the last time you were in a heated debate. Did you actually change the other person's mind, or did it just create tension and resentment? Carnegie suggests that instead of arguing, we should seek to understand. Welcome the disagreement. See it as an opportunity to learn something new. Control your temper, listen first, and look for areas of agreement. By avoiding a verbal battle, you preserve the relationship and create an environment where a real, productive conversation can happen. It's about choosing connection over being correct. Next up, lesson 2, and this one is a game changer. Never tell a person they're wrong, directly. Ouch. This one stings a little, doesn't it? It's so tempting to jump in and say, actually, you're mistaken, or that's not right. But when you tell someone they're wrong, you're essentially attacking their intelligence and judgment. It immediately puts them on the defensive and makes them want to cling to their statement, even if they secretly know they might be off. It's a direct challenge that triggers their ego. Instead of a direct confrontation, Carnegie suggests a more diplomatic approach. You can say something like, well, I thought differently, but I might be wrong. I'm often wrong. Let's look at the facts together. This approach is disarming. It opens the door for a genuine discussion rather than slamming it shut. It shows humility and respect for the other person's opinion. By admitting you might be wrong, you encourage them to be just as open-minded. This technique allows you to correct a situation or a misunderstanding without creating an adversary. It's about guiding someone to a new conclusion, not forcing it upon them. Moving on to lesson number 3, a powerful leadership principle: ask questions instead of giving direct orders. Nobody likes being told what to do. The moment someone gives us an order, our natural instinct is to resist. Even if the order is reasonable, it feels like a violation of our autonomy. Carnegie knew this, so he proposed a brilliant alternative. Instead of saying, finish this report by 5 p.m., try asking, what do you think is a realistic deadline for us to get this report done? Or instead of, you need to handle this client complaint, ask, how do you think we should best address this client's issue? Asking questions does a few magical things. First, it makes people feel a part of the decision-making process. It respects their opinion and expertise. Second, it stimulates their creativity and encourages them to take ownership of the solution. When an idea is their own, they are far more motivated to see it through successfully. This method saves a person's pride and gives them a feeling of importance. It encourages cooperation instead of rebellion. It's the difference between being a boss and being a leader. Now for lesson number 4, which is perhaps the simplest, yet most frequently overlooked principle. Remember that a person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language. Think about it. When someone you've only met once or twice remembers your name, how does it make you feel? Important, valued? Respected? Absolutely. Your name is a core part of your identity. Forgetting it or mispronouncing it can subtly communicate that you don't really care about the person. Carnegie saw the immense power in this simple act. He made it a point to remember the names of everyone he met, from business tycoons to hotel staff. So, how can we get better at this? When you're introduced to someone, make a conscious effort to listen. Repeat the name back to them in conversation. It's great to meet you, Sarah. If it's an unusual name, don't be afraid to ask for the correct spelling or pronunciation. People will appreciate your effort. Then, try to associate the name with their face or a unique feature. Using someone's name in conversation is like a subtle compliment. It builds rapport and makes people feel seen. It's a small effort that yields a massive return in building relationships. Finally, we arrive at lesson number 5, the golden rule of influence. Always talk in terms of the other person's interests. This is the secret to getting people to do things willingly. Here's the reality. Everyone is primarily interested in themselves and what they want. If you want to persuade someone, whether it's to buy your product, support your idea, or even just go to a movie you want to see, you need to frame it from their perspective. You have to connect what you want with what they want. For example, instead of telling your child, "You need to clean your room because I said so," you could try, "If we get your room cleaned up quickly, we'll have more time to go to the park later." See the difference? You've aligned your goal with their desire. Before you try to persuade anyone of anything, pause and ask yourself, how can I make this person want to do it? Think about their problems, their goals, their desires. When you can show them how your idea or proposal will help them solve their problems or achieve their goals, they will be far more receptive. It's not about manipulation, it's about empathy and creating win-win situations. So there you have it, 5 powerful lessons from Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. Let's do a quick recap. 1. Avoid arguments to preserve relationships. 2. Don't directly tell people they're wrong. Guide them instead. 3. Ask questions instead of giving orders to foster cooperation. 4. Remember and use people's names to make them feel valued. And 5. Talk in terms of the other person's interests to be truly persuasive. These principles aren't about changing who you are. They're about understanding human nature and using that understanding to build stronger, more positive, and more influential relationships in every area of your life. If you haven't read this book, I can't recommend it enough. It's a classic for a reason. Start applying just one of these principles this week and see what a difference it makes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found these insights as valuable as I have. If you enjoyed this video and want more content on personal development and communication, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments which of these 5 lessons resonated with you the most. Until next time, keep learning and keep connecting.